So pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
What's good, y'all? This is C Certified Brewhead, and welcome to another challenge here on BAOS. This evening, I have Uncle Daniel with me.
Hello.
He is in the building, and I have I put together a little something for you, bro.
I'm ready.
You know?
I know.
That I think you're going to be able to... I'm looking forward to you impressing me.
Honestly, I think you'll be surprised.
Okay, so we're going to do a craft beer... I look forward to being surprised. I guess it's essentially craft beer trivia?
Yeah.
For a new... I was going to say new, but I don't want to say that, because I feel like now you've been here in Canada for over a year.
Over a year now.
And I feel like some of these things you might have picked up along the way.
Yes,
for someone who's been exposed to it for that long.
Mm-hmm,
So we're going to see now, before we get started, we are both sipping something different. Tell me what you've got right here.
This is from... I really want to know how to pronounce it.
You just did it perfectly before.
Sankium Baron.
Wassa.
There we go.
Look.
But I
Look
do
in
not,
the camera. Show.
I do not know how to pronounce the name of the beer.
Sous le Soleil de Rio.
But it is a beautiful gose, 5% a lime gose, right? Is that how you said? Yeah, it's great.
Shouts to Chris for linking Uncle Dan.
Amazing stuff.
And I have Rorschach's Hedonism, a sorbet sour IPA. This one's got raspberry, mango, and pineapple. It's like a kind of a cross between a hazy IPA and a smoothie sour. Super fire, Rorschach champion. Shouts to Maddie. So I put together 20 questions. We're not going to dwell on them forever. If you don't know, we'll pass.
Okay,
now, the one thing that I probably should have asked you both beforehand, do I give you the answer as we go? Or...
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well, right? Because it's going to be
so.
too hard to
Keep
come
things
back.
flowing, yeah.
All right, so, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Question number one, Dan. What are the four main or four key ingredients of beer?
Okay. 4 key ingredients.
Yes.
In beer in general, not a certain style, just beer.
If you think of beer, there's like four elements of hip hop. There's 4 ingredients in beer.
Okay. Malt.
Yes.
Hops.
Correct.
And there's 2 more.
Yeah.
Malt and hops.
What's the liquid?
Water.
Water. And what makes the alcohol?
What makes the alcohol? What makes the alcohol?
That's the question.
That is a good question. Okay, I've got them 3.
You got it.
What? When you say what makes the alcohol, what do you mean by what makes the alcohol?
So there's an organism that you intentionally put into beer, and what it does, it survives off sugar, and the sugar is from the malt. You put the malt, you boil it up, and you make a cereal, and you take that. It's called wort, W-O-R-T.
Mm-hmm.
You take that from the after you boil the malt up, the malted barley or wheat or whatever, and then once you add all the other stuff, the hops, all that, you put in this stuff, and then this stuff feeds on sugar. Oh, that's the high level. You know the word. Pretty common.
Definitely know the word.
Yeah.
I don't know.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Oh my god. What is it? It's a bacteria. It's something. Yeast.
Well done. Not bad. 1 for 1.
Oh, for one. 1 for 1.
All right. Now this is one that I know you're going to get. What is a crispy boy?
Crispy boy. Can I give you examples of a crispy boy?
Yes, and then we're going to still get down to what the style is.
Okay.
So give me an example of a crispy boy.
New England IPA.
No, not even close.
Pale ale.
No.
I
thought you knew this one.
You went in the complete opposite.
Yo, I really thought you were going to fucking dominate this. This was the first question I wrote. I was like, Dan's going to kill this one.
Okay. Crispy boy.
So that like, New England would be like, yeah, so New England's like a hazy boy or like, you know, a hazy boy. So then a crispy boy.
Crispy boy's like Godspeed Brewery.
Correct. And what do they make? What are the styles?
They make... I know what it is.
Come on. Dan knows.
They make...
You know. What does Uncle Terry drink?
What does he drink?
Uncle Terry's
As in my dad?
Yes. It was my Uncle Terry.
What does he drink? He
I mean, what do they drink? You know, what's the most common style of beer essentially in the world? That's what a crispy boy is. What is Budweiser?
What is Budweiser?
Oh,
What is
you know the
Budweiser?
word.
I definitely know. I was just.
Do we tell you the letter it starts with, or no? I'll give it
I
away
think
too
that
much.
would give it away. What was Budweiser? Budweiser is not an IPA.
So there's really two types of beer. There's an
Okay.
ale
Yes.
and a. Ales are like, not necessarily warm fermented,
Yeah.
but like, you know, it doesn't have to be cold. And this other style is cold fermented, and that is a. It's an umbrella, but I'll take the main word.
So it's not ale. It's
Okay, so what do Godspeed make? They are like a Czech pale.
ale.
No, the other one.
No, wait. Lager.
There you go. Wow, two for two.
I
Two for
can't
two.
believe it. How did I not know that? How did I
Alright.
forget that? Oh my
So
God.
that's what a lager is. So lager's overarching, and then
Yeah.
another one here. Where does the Pilsner, which is a type of lager, originate from?
Well, what country?
What country? And if you want to be actual, what city?
Berlin, Germany.
Not too far away.
But Germany, right?
No, close.
Oh.
Next door.
Next door to Germany.
Yeah. The Pilsner. Germany makes a lot of good Helles lagers. Bavaria has a whole bunch of stuff. They do their own versions of a Pilsner as well. But the actual place that is synonymous with Pilsner is actually, there's a city that has a very similar name in a country literally to the east of Germany.
Okay, so I need to remember.
As in, it juts into Germany. When I traveled through from Berlin down and going into Italy, I had to go around it because you needed a visa at the time to even go through the country.
Oh, Belgium,
That's the other side.
other side.
East of Germany.
It's
It's got a cool main city. That's not the city where the crispy's from, but
Yeah, because that's Czech Republic, right?
yeah, that's the country.
Oh, is that the country that we're referring to right
Yeah.
now?
Do you know the
Czech
city?
Republic.
I'll take the country. That'd be fine. 'Cause-
Prague.
No, Pilsen.
Oh,
Pilsner?
okay.
Pilsen.
I should have known that. Okay.
Okay.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. You know what? I'll take that. I'll pay that. I'll pay that. Pay that.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
not
What is the Reichheitsgebot?
bad. Wait.
So I saw that.
Wait.
What the F?
The what?
So there's a. This is probably a little bit. I've been a little bit ridiculous. It's a.
Wait, I might know it.
It's called a Reichheitsgebot.
Okay, and is
It's it's something that determines what goes in beer.
okay.
But there's a certain way to describe it. This is probably a little too early for how.
Reichheitsgebot.
Yes.
Okay.
What kind of language do you think that is? What language do you think that's from?
German.
Yes. So,
It's
and what does that do to beer or for beer?
it ferments it. Right.
That's good. That's a good one.
Okay. Reichheitsgebot. Can you use the word in a sentence?
This crispy boy was made in alignment with the Reichheitsgebot.
Okay. So it doesn't ferment it,
No.
but it allows it to be kept a certain temperature during the production.
I like this.
That's good,
Not
right?
even remotely close,
Okay,
but
cool,
I like it.
cool,
It's
cool,
the German purity law of 1516, which states there's only 4 ingredients allowed in beer, which is
Malt, water, fucking
hops and yeast.
Hops and
There
yeast.
you
There you go.
Okay, that was a little bit much.
That's half a point.
That's half a point. That gives you half.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, what does BIL stand for in craft beer kind of culture? So it's not like a real thing; it's a cultural
It's a
thing
cultural thing.
that the beer nerds use. BIL.
BIL.
Yes, and I have an alternate for this one because Tiff thought this is the one Tiff thought was too hard.
Okay. So I'm gonna go B for beer because I feel like that's
No.
obvious, but that's too obvious. So that's a trick question.
It's
So
a
not-
style,
Oh, it's a style.
and it's kind of like a slang. It's like slang.
Is L stand for lager?
No,
Oh, what?
the only thing to do with beer in that sentence is the style that the B is.
So the B is Belgian.
No,
Is it like the smoke beer? Is
it's a Rauch beer.
Okay,
That's
okay.
closer. Should have asked that. That would be a good
That
question.
would be a good one. I don't know.
No, barley wine is life.
Barley wine is
Which
life.
is another one. So an alternate, the one that Tiff came up with is what does IBU stand for?
IBU.
Yes. That is a real beer brewer's term, and it's a measurement like ABV, alcohol by volume. IBU measures something in beer, and it stands for something, and it's something that should be on almost every can.
So the U stands for unit.
Yes, it does.
This doesn't say that. Let me see this on this can.
You know what?
Yeah.
To be honest, neither of these styles have much of what we're referring to. What the next word, what one of the letters is. So
I couldn't tell you what I or B is.
okay, international bitterness units.
Oh my god, I would have said international, but I felt like it was
It's
stupid.
too easy.
I
Yeah.
felt like that was stupid. Okay.
No, those are stupid. So
Okay,
it just
okay.
measures the bitterness of a beer, but it's kind of subjective. I think the human tongue can only perceive up to like 50 or 60. I've
Okay.
heard. So when they say they're like 100 bitterness units, no one gives a fuck about bitterness
Okay,
anyway.
I
So,
get you,
all
I
right, let's
get
keep this moving.
That's
What's the oldest brewery in North America? No, that's. Do you know what? I'll do that one first because I said,
Yeah.
what's the oldest brewery in North America? You may or may not have heard of it.
It is. It's in Montreal.
No,
It's in Toronto.
North America,
It's in
which
Ontario.
is the USA and
it's
Canada.
still USA. Okay. It's Dope and Dank.
Cries and Hubs.
Oh,
No, it's Youngling.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
That's okay. Just a test. What's the difference between a micro and macro brewery, and how do we measure what the difference is?
To my understanding, macro is literally the store-bought normal shit like Stella, Budweiser. I don't know.
But how do we tell the difference between that? That's correct. How do we
Yes.
tell the difference between that and a micro or a craft brewery? What's the differentiator?
Production size?
Yeah,
Yeah. How
Yeah,
much
it
you
is.
produce, right?
yeah. Do you know what you won't know, but do you know what the upper limit of craft is, and which brewery hits that upper limit, and the reason why they keep pushing it up to keep that brewery in craft?
As in like units sold.
Yeah, no, units, volume of beer made per year.
Oh, I'm gonna say 20,000.
6 million,
Oh,
and that's
fuck.
Sam Adams in Boston, Massachusetts.
Shit,
And
okay.
that's the top end of craft. If you make
Wow.
any over that, then you become macro.
Oh my god.
And they keep changing that limit as Sam Adams makes more beer. They keep changing it to keep them in craft.
Wow, he's like
'Cause it's arbitrary.
the benchmark sort
Yeah,
of thing.
basically.
Wow. It's insane.
Which brewery invented the Brute IPA? This is also a little bit like I was pulling these out of my ass.
The Brute IPA was invented by our good old friend Sankian Baron.
Yeah.
He invented it. Chris invented it himself.
Chris.
I remember him telling me when I
did.
met him that one time.
He did. Chris did
he-
not fuck. Shouts to Chris.
He did it. I remember. Good on Chris. Well done.
On
man.
you, Chris. Well done, brother.
Well
Well
man.
done.
Amazing.
It is the Social Brewery in San Francisco, California.
Okay.
What style of beer is Anchor Brewery known for? Anchor Brewery in California are a legendary brewery, and they are known for one specific style of beer.
Sour.
No, steam beer.
Steam.
beer.
I've never heard of that.
There's the sort of more only they can make a steam beer, but the one that everyone else can do the same thing is called a California Common.
Interesting.
Very good, great.
Okay.
Now there's something you probably can do. See, I feel like I've jumped around with the difficulties.
So yeah.
Name
Okay.
5 Canadian breweries.
Okay. Bellwoods. Sankian Baron.
What?
Where
do we go last Ontario trip?
I know. We went to. Where did we go? Is actually no, that's the name of the beer. Where's the actual? Rorschach.
Yeah.
There you go, Rorschach.
The Crispies.
The Godspeed. Oh my god, I can't even draw a blank.
And we went to the good guy, the other dudes that you really loved.
Oh, I know, L'Espace Public.
There you go.
There you
That's
go.
5. That counts.
Beautiful.
What is lactose?
Mhm.
What does it do in beer, and why does it work?
Okay. So from what I've learned from editing the BAOS clips, I think I'm gonna go with like what
So
it
what
does
is it?
for beer first.
Okay, what it does? What does it do in beer?
It makes it hazy.
No.
It makes it
I think it sort of does that a little bit, but that's not the main thing.
okay. It adds a different a thickness to the consistency
Yes,
and
and a bit of sweetness too. So
Okay,
mouthfeel
and
and sweetness. Yep.
and
What is it?
To my understanding, I associate lactose with milk. So I say it's.
What's the format of it?
I thought lactose was just like milk.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So it's a powder, milk sugar. It's a powder.
Oh, okay.
Literally just looks like cocaine.
Oh, okay.
And why does it work in beer?
Why does it work in beer?
And it comes back to the yeast
The fermentation.
conversation. Yes.
It allows. It gives it a longer shelf life because the fermentation.
That's a good guess. No, it doesn't. Yeast can't eat it. It doesn't get eaten up by the yeast, so the sugars remain. Every other type of sugar gets eaten by yeast. This does not, so therefore it retains the sweetness and doesn't up the alcohol.
Oh,
Who's
okay.
the first person to put lactose in beer?
1908 in England, and it was a brewery called, starts with M, and they made the first milk stout.
Wow.
Marston's. See, I'm a fucking beer historian, bro. All right, name as many Belgian styles of beer as you can.
Oh dear. Belgian styles.
Yes.
Okay. Belgian stout.
Sure.
Belgian sour. Belgian IPA.
Technically, yeah.
Belgian pale ale.
You're being lazy, but yeah.
I know I got sent a bunch. Well, you gave me a bunch.
I did, so I was thinking you might be able to know from there. What are the main...
Helles lager.
That's a German.
Style. Belgian blonde.
Technically, yeah.
I thought that's what they were actually called, the blonde ones. I couldn't tell you.
That's enough. Like
I can tell you.
double, triple, quad.
Oh my god.
All those ones.
Oh my god, you're right.
That's okay.
Oh,
That's
so
all right.
stupid.
What is a vertical tasting?
A vertical tasting is where you have beers from the same beer, the exact same beer, same style and everything, just from different years that it's been released. And then you try it from the oldest to the newest, the latest.
Making me proud. It's because of the Noah episode,
I knew
right?
it, because of that.
Shouts to Noah.
That was great.
That's why I
Noah.
asked it, because I knew you edited that clip, and I
You
wanted
knew
to see
that.
if you remembered it.
I remember that one.
Well done. Name... Okay, so the question is, name the standard beer styles you'd find at like a traditional brewery, what we call kind of like the color wheel. So...
Okay.
To a brewery that I probably wouldn't take you to because it's not my thing, the average brewery would have the color wheel of style from this color, like of your gose here, all the way up to dark beer.
yeah.
So just name me like a few of the different styles that the typical brewery or traditional brewery would always, have.
Okay. Stout,
Yes,
blonde,
yes,
pale ale,
yes,
lager,
yes.
New England IPA.
No, but
Oh.
because that's too new.
Oh.
I'm talking
okay.
like the boring, no shade. But
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
breweries that are the least exciting, when like the ones that the beer nerds aren't really into so much.
Yeah, so I can.
You've got a lot of them.
Yeah, so I immediately eliminate sour, smoothie sour,
Oh yeah, none of the fun stuff.
goes.
No, none of that.
Eliminate that straight
Yeah.
away.
I probably wouldn't even talk to you too much about these styles because I'm not interested in them. But I thought you might be familiar.
Okay.
You've already got like half of them.
Those were the ones I would go for, as in like just the typical. When you think of beer, that's what beer is.
Yeah.
So the stout, blonde, lager,
And you
Pale
said
ale,
pale ale, all that.
IPA.
Those are perfect.
Okay. Then yeah. I
Okay.
don't know anything else.
Like an amber, a brown ale,
There's an amber,
porter.
red ale.
red ale, yeah. Amber's red ale, yeah.
Oh, amber's
So
red ale.
that's all the stuff that the average brewery, like we always sort of like, not really make fun, but just kind of like, oh, if a brewery in 2021
Yeah.
comes out with them, like, dude, really? Like,
Yeah.
It
Okay.
seems
That makes sense.
redundant.
That makes sense.
what's the difference between a kettle sour
Mm-hmm.
and a barrel aged sour?
The barrel aged sour is in the name, no? It's actually just made in barrels and just left over time to ferment, no?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't exactly know what kettle sour is. I have no clue what that is, but I know the process for making a barrel aged is similar to like wine, and it just stays in barrels for ages and it just like ferments and stuff. Is what I would say, but I can tell
correct.
you what a kettle sour is.
Kettle, just a quick vote. Kettle is just like in the fermenter, and they
yeah.
put a yeast that just sours it quickly. So
Oh,
most of the
okay.
sour, this is a kettle sour.
Okay,
It's
okay,
not a barrel.
okay.
Barrel aged sours like rip the enamel off. your
Really
teeth.
like smack you in the face.
Yeah,
sour.
they're really,
Okay,
like, tough.
That makes sense.
What are Brettanomyces, Saccharomyces, Lactobacillus, and Pediococcus?
Examples of hops.
No, that's very efficient. No, but you're in the right ballpark of the four
They are,
ingredients. It's one of the other four.
So they're examples of. Oh, I know what it is. Oh, I just forgot the name.
We mentioned it earlier a couple times now. It's one specific word.
Yeast.
Yes, and what do these ones do? What do these yeasts do?
Ferment.
Yeah, but there's a special thing, and it's something that you love, that these four do.
Something I love.
What do you love?
They make beer sour.
Yep.
See that?
Yeah,
I know
we
it.
this fucking
I
guy.
knew it.
What are some barrels that breweries use to age beer in? So, like when I say the types, what was previously in these barrels that breweries age beer in? What are some common ones you're aware of?
Wooden barrels.
Okay, but what did those wooden barrels used to? Or they sometimes, although obviously all wood and they're often oak and or whatever. But what did they have in them beforehand that the beer therefore soaks up?
They have.
The clue is there are other alcohols.
There are other alcohols. Well then. Well, that's a good question, Craig.
Right.
Good question. I do not know,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Not sure?
I
Bourbon,
couldn't tell.
rum,
Oh my God,
cognac,
I'm a fucking
tequila,
idiot.
gin,
Okay.
wine.
I should have known that one.
Right, your props. What are the two main styles that breweries typically age in barrels? There's two main popular styles that you get barrel-aged versions of. What would they be?
Sour.
Yep.
Gose.
No, sour gose. is a sour.
Oh.
No, I don't think I've ever had a barrel-aged gose. The other one,
Is
you and I have had multiple of them.
we've
You
had
don't love them, but you've had them.
Oh, New England IPA.
No, something that doesn't have to be drank quick.
Something doesn't have to be drank quick.
Yeah, and they want to soak up that bourbon. A bourbon barrel-aged.
Stout.
There you
I
go.
like stouts. I really like
Yeah,
stouts.
that's what you like them. We've
Oh,
had them
okay,
before.
okay,
I don't think
okay,
you
yeah.
love them, but you like them.
Okay.
Name some of the craft beer meccas of North America. So some of the main cities or regions where people would go and lose their shit over the amazing beer.
Montreal.
Fair.
Toronto.
I mean, arguably. That's not necessarily one of the known ones, but sure. In Canada, easily.
Boston.
Yes.
California.
Yes.
Boston, Cali. What else is there? New York.
Yeah, I would say, I would agree. I would agree with that.
Okay. Another place.
Yeah, give me one more.
Vancouver.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, okay.
But things like Colorado, Oregon,
Yeah.
Vermont, the whole of New England,
yeah,
Virginia.
Yeah.
You could probably argue, I mean, Florida's got some crazy shit going on. Texas got some amazing stuff. You know, beer's pretty popular. Okay, this is the final question.
It's a final one. Okay.
What is the difference between a barrel and a foeder?
And what was the last word?
Foeder, F-O-E-D-E-R. In French, it's
Foeder.
food, F-O-U-D-R-E.
Foeder.
So remember we went to Bellwoods?
Yes.
And they got the Foeder Pyramid.
In 2017. you mean,
Well,
right?
they had it then, but did they have it then? Maybe not. Well, we went a couple weeks ago.
But I don't.
I guess we didn't go in.
inside.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Well,
Okay.
I wasn't sure if you were aware of this. You must have drank food aged beers, but
A foeder is a big fermentation tank, a huge one, like a massive one.
no.
Okay. A barrel is, to me, a barrel is just a wooden thing which you just put like the things inside. That's what I get. That's what a barrel is to me.
Okay.
And a foeder, I've never heard of the word
You didn't know it. All right. I wasn't
Never
sure.
heard of the word.
That's why I didn't put too much
Ever.
about it on here. Okay.
ever.
What? It's a big ass barrel, like as in like me, you, and 4 other people could climb in it, type of shit.
Oh wow.
And from what I understand, a foeder is a barrel on its end. So it's a big ass barrel, but it's that way. It's vertical,
Oh.
as opposed to sideways when you put a barrel sideways all the time.
Okay, yeah, I know barrels always sideways, but it's
And
vertical.
the foeders are massive,
And it's always a wooden barrel, but it's huge.
but it's huge. Yeah, they're crazy.
Okay, interesting.
that was basically it. Dan is going to put up on the screen how he did at the end. I think overall you did really well. I asked some pretty harsh questions that you
Not too bad.
didn't specifically,
Yes.
we hadn't talked about over time. Mate, thank you. This has been a lot of fun. Where can everyone find you online?
Instagram, Twitter, I Dan Johnson, and I also have a gaming channel, HTFGXMING, on Twitter and Instagram. Hit me
And
up.
Twitch.
And oh shit,
Man's
sorry,
out
I didn't mean
here.
to swear.
I know it's been a while. You can swear. You
Twitch.
say shit's
Yeah,
pretty
I
good shit,
can,
but
I can,
just
I
don't even
know.
say the C word. That's for
Yeah,
other
that's
podcasts.
true, that's true,
Exactly.
that's
Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, smash the thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit the notification bell.
Ding.
So you know when the new drops. Follow us on social media at BAOS Podcast and check out the long form audio. We have a ton of episodes, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere. Mate, that's it. We'll see you in the next episode. Get it in ya.